So it used to be a football pitch in the flats, like in the park, and that's that. And I'm not just saying it because that's all we had there. Like we actually played against my brother Anto in one of the cup finals. So I was captain of Shells 21s. He was captain of Pats 21s. Yeah, winning the like the FEI Junior over in the Aviva and all with your brothers, your cousin, your kids watching and all. Like that's thinking back to that. Like it's mental.
Joined today by Stephen Murphy. Stephen, how you getting on?
Not too bad. And yourself?
Not bad now, not bad. Delighted to get you on, I have to say. I know I saw by your Twitter, and I know by you as well that I think the nickname Bones is what you go by regularly as well. Where did that kind of originate from?
Well, when my dad was younger, he used to play football as well, and he used to call him Bone Crusher. I can only imagine why, but it stuck on me, but it was shortened down to Bones. It's just more people call me Bones than Stephen. Like most people in work don't even know my name is Stephen.
Really?
Yeah.
Go back to the very start of kind of like your football and life and kind of like your career and like just generally getting into football when you were a kid. Kind of, do you remember what team you kind of supported growing up, and was there a reason why you got into them?
Yeah, well, when I was younger, it was Liverpool always, and it was just mainly because my older brothers support Liverpool, and it was just passed down. Yeah. It was a bit weird because my outfit actually supports Chelsea.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, and every one of us are all Liverpool, mad Liverpool.
That's
obviously
mad.
Yeah, we in Celtic as well. I'm actually going over to Celtic in the morning with the young fella.
Brilliant.
To watch the cup game.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great. Have you been over before?
Well, no, this is first time Celtic. With Liverpool a few times, yeah.
Super. Oh, that'd be great. Great experience.
Yeah, it was always Liverpool growing up. My whole family are mad Liverpool, obviously, except me dad.
Yeah. They're struggling a bit now, Liverpool, aren't they?
Yeah. Stop, you mate. Kill. We had a good run of it the last few years. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can take the good with the bad.
That's it. That's football, isn't it? So when you're kind of growing up, then like your earliest memories of kind of maybe like playing football, do you remember playing it as a kid or anything or on the streets? Or anything?
Yeah. See where I'm from, like I'm from the inner city, like Dublin 1. So I was born and bred Dublin 1 is in Liberty House. So there used to be a football pitch in the flats, like in the park, and that's that. And I'm not just saying it because that's all we had there. Like there was nothing else. So growing up for us is either played football or you're out robbing cars or doing whatever.
Yeah.
Some people both, but like that's basically it. And most of my friends were the same. Morning, noon, night, hail, rain or snow, we were just on the football pitch. That's all we done every day. After school, straight there. Saturday, Sunday, all around there. That's kind of where we learned everything around there off each other.
Yeah. Just be a hook day one.
Yeah, 100%. It was just I love the competitive side of it. Like even with our friends, like we used to do 5-a-side. We used to actually do 5-a-sides every Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Not just all the unfit kids. We used to play and kill each other on the thing. Great it was. Yeah, but that's how you learn, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I know you're a Liverpool fan, as you said. Did you have a favourite player growing up? Was it Liverpool or was it someone else? Or?
I know it's obviously Gerrard, but like, he nearly my own age. But it was always Gerrard. I love Gerrard.
Yeah,
obviously Messi as well now.
Yeah, of course.
He's the greatest, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Was there a debate beforehand before the World Cup for you at all? Was there ever a debate there?
Never on my head. Like, for me, I don't think the greatest player can be a goal scorer. It has to be a playmaker. It has to. Well, that's my opinion. That's all I love.
He nearly goes goal for goal with him anyway, doesn't he? Like, he can do it all. Like.
Well, there's no shame coming second to Messi, you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Your first kind of schoolboy experience. What kind of club did you join when you were?
Well, Sheriff was my first schoolboy club. But I think I was there when I was about 6. I don't even think it was under 8s back then. I think it was under 9s for 3 years. It was or something. I played under that one. That was just from there, and then without sounding big-headed or whatever, I was kind of a good bit ahead of all the people on my team. So I went down to Belvo myself, Belvedere. Just from there, I was with Belvo all the way through then.
Yeah. And what was that like? Was that experience moving there? And like, did you know anyone on the team when you went first?
It was tough at the start because there was no one really from town on my team with Belvo. But like, I loved it. It was like a bit of a different standard with the people on my team were a lot better and it kind of made me better then. You know what I mean? Worked hard on.
Yeah.
I loved it when I went down there. Like it was just learning all new things and all like.
Training a few times a week and stuff. Probably had a bit of a structure in place and stuff. And
it was obviously you couldn't be late training or anything, like it
Yeah.
was good. I loved it though when I went down. It was tough at the start, but once I got going, I loved it.
And I know obviously it's probably maybe become more of a thing as of late, but obviously it's always been a big thing, kind of underage players kind of move, like the opportunity to go abroad. Was there ever anything like a rise for yourself at all, or?
Well, there was a lot of, with some of the managers down at Belva war scouts and all, but I kind of, me growing up was a bit of a chip on my shoulder, just my attitude. Like I don't know what it was. Just I could go off the wall like the flip switch, you know what I mean, on the pitch, and it was just you kind of me back then. Like parents didn't really watch the matches when not around where we were, and it kind of would have been good for me. My dad was there, give me a clip around the ear and says, "Copy yourself on." But he wasn't there to do that, and I kind of let myself down, kind of, because I'd say I would have had the ability. Because if some people went away that weren't as good as some of the lads that didn't go away, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
How it goes, though, isn't it?
So it's always a little bit like a bit. I always feel like I played at a decent-ish level when I was skilled by myself, and you kind of see some lads going over. You're like, he's not as good as him. It's a bit of politics or something there, or something, isn't there? You always think like,
bit of luck as well, you know what I mean?
yeah,
You gotta be good at the right time, kind of, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Someone's watching good that day, don't you?
exactly, yeah.
It's just how it goes. It's just football, isn't it? Like
That's it. No, exactly.
it.
So I think you believe you started your senior career with Shells, was it? Was it directly from Belva to Shells?
I went from Belvo 18s. I went to Shells 21s, and loved it there. Like I loved that Shells. We had a great 21s team as well. I think we won the league and the cup as well. I actually played against my brother Anto in one of the cup finals. I was captain of Shells 21s. He was captain of Pats 21s. Yeah.
Jesus, would say that was chaos in the build up to that now, was it?
Oh, I scored a cracker. He missed the penalty. Great. No, yeah, it's good experience, good memories. Like I was kind of in and out of the first team as well. Like Pat in fairness, Pat Fenton actually liked me, but it was Shells were they were winning the leagues and
I was
cups at
about
that
to
point.
say that would have been about the time, kind of like Wes
Yeah,
Houlihan,
we were
Joey and
playing in
Owen.
Europe and
Jesus, yeah.
it was good. Yeah, it was tough, but it was enjoyable.
Like trying to get into that team at that stage, like they're throwing money at it as well. Like they're drawing with Deportivo and all. Like,
you're coming up as an 18-year-old, 18, 19, skinny little fuck, and
yeah.
they looking back now, like these were all men. Like it was just frightening, kind of, when you're coming in and saying, "Jeez, like I'm not used to this."
Yeah.
You learn loads. Like,
was it frustrating at times, maybe not getting in, like getting a look in at the first? I know it was such a high standard, but maybe not getting. Do you feel like you deserved an opportunity? Or?
Be getting more opportunities, but then you have to think like Pat. There's these lads that have to winning leagues 2 and 3 times in a row, and then you're trying. You always have a high opinion of yourself. You think you should be getting these chances, but
yeah,
it's tough when people are winning leagues and all. It's hard to be played saying I should be playing ahead of someone else.
I believe you went up north for a loan, was it? Is that
yeah. Dell sent me on loan up to Crusaders.
Yeah,
Myself and Derek Pender, and
Derek Pender. Wow.
Yeah, me and him. He's a good mate of mine. Like he lives beside me. Yeah, we were up there, Crusaders. That was up there for about 6-7 months, I'd say.
Was he a fullback back then as well? Was he always a fullback?
Yeah, solid. Always solid.
Yeah.
He was Derek's a great player as well. He was always good leader. Back then, you could see his leader qualities. Like,
yeah. No,
it was a good experience up there, but it was strange as well. Like, there was a lot of hatred even at that time. Like,
things up from Dublin, like
getting shouted at you. But what shit like that doesn't bother me. But like, even when you're driving down to the stadiums, you can see all the murals, on the wall, and
yeah.
You'd be thinking twice, and what's going on, man? I get myself into
it could be intimidating. Like it's easy enough to be intimidated by that. Like,
yeah, but it was a great experience. But I actually didn't do myself any justice up there. I should have even told him. I done my ligaments in my ankle. I literally forced myself back. I come back too early. Like I was still in bits, but I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity. So I done well, but I could have done better. Like if I fully fit. There's no excuse. Still there, but like.
How long was that loan for?
About 6-7 months.
6-7 months. Was it a challenge moving away from home and moving away from Dublin? Was that?
See, we didn't have to move up there. We think we went up training once a week, and we trained with Shells, like, and then just up for the match on a Friday. Or I think it could have been Saturdays they played. Can't remember. But it was a great experience, but it was challenging as well. Like, especially we were only young as well at that time, so like. We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. But it was great. It was good. I was actually surprised at the standard. Like, it was a lot better than I thought it would have been.
Obviously, going back to Shells, and did you stay with Shells for much longer after that?
I started with Shell, but I started to think like I was thinking I should have been getting more opportunities, and then I think I went training with Rovers. I actually did, but I actually didn't even tell Pat Fenlon at the time. Like, I was
Really, yeah.
and then he kind of blocked that. Not that he just it's unprofessional, and like to do something. But then that kind of didn't happen. Then
Did he give you a bollocking over that, or was it?
Well, I ended up wasn't even back there then. I
Okay.
went to Sheffield then. Like, that was
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
I just it was kind of had to get cause the money at this when you're lower down, it wasn't great. So I kind of I need a job as well. Like, I was still living with my man and whatever. So I needed my own money, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No.
I had to get work. And I went to Sheriff.
What was that kind of decision process like? Was it a difficult kind of decision, or was it kind of like
There's
factors there, as you're saying?
It was difficult because you're stepping away from like League of Ireland to go down and play amateur. That was like there was never going to be any other club. It was always Sheriff. Like, that's my local club. Like, literally my doorstep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just difficult walking away from the opportunity to play like League of Ireland. You know what I mean? I probably should have stuck at it and went somewhere else.
And then, like, just kind of adapting back to kind of amateur football, then did you feel much of a change in maybe like the facilities or the style of play at all, or was there anything like that? Did it take a while to adapt?
The training, the intensity training, I remember doing pre-season with Shells. I never, and this was only like you're coming from schoolboy football and then you're going to do pre-season. I never felt that like in my life.
Yeah.
Like that close to getting sick. Like, even thinking while I was doing it, is this for me? Like,
yeah.
But that was every day. Then, like, obviously you get used, you get fit. Like, the intensity and the quality of player was a lot different than when you drop back down to amateur. Because when I dropped back down to Sheriff, like, a lot of people think Sheriff was always the best team. We weren't even in the top league. Like, we were in Premier B. If the
Really?
like,
when you first joined, wow.
Yeah. Went there. We got promoted straight away. Then
what was the team like? Was it a good side that you went into initially? Was it? Or?
No, bang average.
Was it? Yeah.
Average. Yeah. Well, a lot of me mates, like, they probably won't appreciate me saying bang average, but no, it was good. It's good playing with your mates and
no, absolutely,
whatever. Like, but yeah, it wasn't the best team. It wasn't the team that people look back at Sheriff and remember. Sheriff boy this is before all that kicked off, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know it was. I think it ended up spending 20 years with Sheriff then, or was it? Or,
yeah. 20 years.
Wow, it's crazy, isn't it? Like, I'd say time just flow by in the end.
I'm not joking. When I was thinking about it last year, I could remember the first day I went back down training there and all. It was just, people think it's going to last forever, but like, it's just, and when you know when it's coming to an end, it's horrible. Like, you think it can go on forever, but like, it's obviously played. Life catches up, kids, everything. Comes into play.
Remember, I took like a year out of playing. Didn't play with my mates, or whatever. But my dad said to me, "Get back playing because you're not playing for that long. Like, to steal while you can."
You miss it terribly. I miss. See, obviously, I played the 35 Sheriff. It's not like it's. You miss the training. Even training with Sheriff was crazy. Like, that was intense. When we started winning things and all, like, training was brilliant. Like,
how many times a week did you train?
We'd be there twice a week. I was twice a week. Obviously Friday or whatever, but the training, you'd have 20 lads up training, like, and it'd be full pelt and no stones unturned. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone be into each other.
Outrageous trophy haul in the end with Sheriff. Do you even know kind of how many trophies you won in the end? Did you keep tally? Or?
I haven't got a clue.
Jesus.
It was some memories there, and it was great. It was great for me anyway, because there was four of us brothers playing at one stage, and my cousin.
Wow.
So when family like is
nothing like it.
It's meant.
Yeah, it's actually dream come true kind of stuff, isn't it? Like, just those, you have that for your life then.
Winning the FAI Junior over in the Aviva and all with your brothers, your cousin, your kids watching and all, like, that's thinking back to that, like, it's mental.
So good, yeah. That's stuff you dream of, like. I know obviously that's a big one there that you mentioned, but is there any other kind of years maybe in particular that stand out from across the 20?
2017. We won every cup. We'd done that before anyway. Won every cup, but it was just for me because I'd done me ACL the year before, and obviously I didn't know I'd done me ACL. I tried to play another 4 games on it. Absolutely mangled it. Like, went in and I got the surgery. A fella told me, he said he doesn't think I'd play football again. I should. I wasn't having that. Like, I just went back, and then after I come back that next year, the 2017, we went and won everything, and then got the FEI Junior and the Aviva, and I scored a free kick, and then I get man of the match as well. So that was after being told I wouldn't play again.
Yeah,
kind of like
2 fingers to the doctor, isn't it? Really.
In fairness, he was only kind of looking out.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I couldn't stay away. I'd never be able to do that. Like, if I could run, like, I was getting on the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Like, get onto the pitch.
Don't mind me asking, but that ACL, was that like an injury, or was it kind of you got caught in the ground? There was a. Do you remember what happened?
Obviously, we played on our home pitch was Clontarf, which is an Astro League, but it's hasn't been done since the first. It's still on its first when it was laid down. Still that pitch.
Jesus, yeah.
I was just chasing someone down and tried to stop on my foot, and I heard it snapping. Like, it was
fucking hell.
I never ain't like that. Like, I got up and I couldn't walk, but I tried to walk off the pitch, tried to come back on, and then I tried to run, and it just went again.
Fucking hell, Jesus.
Give it a few weeks rest and be all right, and then I tried to play another game. Just kept popping.
Yeah.
The chap said I done more damage from doing that. Like,
yeah. Jesus. I think the Astros can be a killer for that stuff, isn't it? A dodgy Astro can be in the wrong way.
Just no giving them, like, some of the newer ones now.
They're all right.
Well, yeah, it's a good cushion kind of on them, but the older ones, that's what's down in Clontarf, a disaster.
Yeah.
It's like on tarmac.
Absolute nightmare. Like, I know obviously you mentioned kind of like winning all these trophies and stuff, and obviously you won it all, then you went and won it all again, and constantly doing that. Was it kind of difficult to keep the squad motivated year in, year out after winning all these trophies?
But you know what, the way it was with us, right? If we won them, we celebrated them. Then we forgot about them. It was done. It was back to business, like, because you know what other teams are going to strengthen. When you win something, that champion, everyone wants to be that team. Like, they try their best to get one over you. So it was never hard to get motivated. I always wanted to do it again and again and again. Like, forget what I done. Yeah, I want to do it this year. I'll do this one again. Like, that's it.
Was it a case of maybe bringing in kind of like, was there ever a case of bringing in fresh players every now and again, or was it kind of the squad was very strong and at its core generally?
We had a core group of players that were there kind of from the start, and you kind of get one or two coming in. Like, it didn't change that much over the years. Like, that's kind of what happened towards the end. We kind of got old together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where are these young players? Yeah, we got all together, kind of, you know what I mean? Went from being up there to down there quick enough.
Yeah.
That's life, isn't it?
And like over the 20 years, obviously, I'm sure an opportunity might have arisen to maybe leave Sheriff at some point. There was ever a return to League of Ireland ever like a consideration for yourself?
I got a few offers to go back there, but I was committed into work. Like, obviously, I was doing an apprenticeship at that time. Obviously, I'm qualified now, but that was just my goal, just to get qualified and whatever. I wasn't even thinking of back to League of Ireland. I was actually enjoying down at Sheriff. I loved it. Like,
brilliant. So that's the most important thing as well, isn't it, for footballers?
Yeah, but I could have went back to League of Ireland. Probably hated it. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm happy enough though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously playing and training at that level for so many years, like, it must have been tough at times. I know you really enjoyed it, but it must have been tough at times, maybe balancing like a social life and maybe like your work life, etc. Like, was it kind of tough at all ever? Maybe it would have been more difficult at that shell period of your life.
Yeah, look, it was tough that you had to things that you had to miss out on. Like, I mean, even for Sheriff, obviously, like, I was the best man at my brother's wedding. Couldn't drink because we were playing in the Aviva the next day after. Like,
my God.
Well, like, thankfully, we won now.
Yeah.
Well, it was just things like that when you look back on. But it's a sacrifice you have to make if you want to be, you want to be a champion. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Jeez, I think that's mad. Like, that's the stuff you don't even think about with like footballers and stuff. Like, Jesus, like,
a lot of, like, obviously other family members' weddings, christenings, everything. But if you want to win, this is what you have to do. Like,
Yeah.
You have to dedicate yourself to it, whether you're professional or amateur.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But the way I think you should think like you are a professional or train like that. You go, even if you are amateur, that's how you win things.
At that level of amateur, like it's effectively like first division league, like it is not an awful.
If you have to look after yourself, train properly, like you have to tone up. That's what's going to set you apart from another team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or another player. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know you played for Ireland at amateur level as well, didn't you? How proud a moment was that for yourself and your family, and how did it come about as well?
It was unbelievable. Just out watching, like it was actually late when I got called into it. Obviously, the manager spoke to me about it before when I got into the team. He says, like, loads of people telling me you should have been in this. He said, but it was just your attitude, like sometimes on the bench. He was probably right at the time. I changed a bit and then got into the team. I was in it with my brother as well, probably, so that was good.
Brilliant.
Too. One thing we won two tournaments as well. Like,
amazing.
So
wow.
Brilliant,
yeah.
That was a great experience because that was like going back to the Shelbourne days. It was professional kind of set up, and it was itineraries, and like we went over to Hungary to do the qualifiers for the Euros. So that was you're over there for like 2 weeks. Unbelievable experience.
Yeah,
it was a night. You're up at this time. You get your food and your training, but like it was a great setup, and you made great friends that you from down the country, down Cork, all over the. Like, brilliant.
Did you have kind of like best players that you would have played with and against just over the whole time? And
the best player is easy. Well, I played with Wes Houlihan and obviously Mark Quigley, but I wouldn't count them because they didn't have that much of an influence on my career. But best player I played with was obviously John Lester. He was unbelievable. Like when he came into Sheriff, he made me a better player. Like not even talent wise, just he learned me he taught me how to control games, how to control my own game, like instead of born and out chasing everything. And like it was a good influence on myself. Like who was one I played against? I don't know. It'd be hard to pick one. I played against so many, like 20 years. It'd be hard to pick one. Like
plenty of battles over the years.
You know, I mean, my brother Alan, he used to play for Clessa against him. I actually don't remember even ever having a good game against him. He was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I don't know. I just had something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot of people that was tough, like over the years, but it's hard to pick one.
If you're playing against like a brother or something like that in a big competitive game, do you talk to each other in the week building up to it? Do you not speak or?
Of course, just but once that whistle goes, then brothers out the window, laugh at the game. Yeah. That's it, yeah.
Is it ever like a 50-50 tackle? Is ever in the back of your mind or anything?
No, you go in. That's
not about it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. You can't be pulling out tackles with your brother.
No,
you'll never let you live it down.
Go in stronger, if anything, like
Listen to me, man, giving out to us then.
Yeah. So obviously you've had man of match performances at the V, that you've represented your country. If you had to pinpoint one moment as the proudest in your career, would there be one in particular?
One.
I know it's tough.
Obviously getting capped for the Irish amateurs was unbelievable. But probably that in the Aviva, after being told I wouldn't play again, like not even the man of the match, just winning that game, like and the young fella there watching, like that was like I'm not really fussed about man of the matches or ever. Once we won,
winning that trophy.
That I was just I can still to this day, you can still see that celebrations and all. That was unbelievable. Like, and you had young fella in my arms and all. Like, that was
amazing. It's amazing. I know, actually, speaking of your son, I know you've mentioned that in the scheduling the interview with you. I know you mentioned you're doing a little bit of coaching with him at the moment, don't you? I think.
Yeah, coach his team, the under-8s at Belvo. Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah, he's football crazy, like
amazing.
Football. Yeah, but it's a great. That's how we have a great bond with football as well. Like it's great. We do everything together. Amazing. As I said, last year when Cunt stopped playing the football, I said we'll start going League of Ireland. Like he's mad into bows. So two of us have played. Two of us are mad into bows now. You know what I mean?
Is that Derek Pender influence there, or is it?
There it is. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. He actually dressed up as Derek Pender on Halloween.
No way.
I swear to God. Yeah. I think we only missed 2 home games last year because I was playing 35s.
Yeah.
And I think we are at the 2 away games against Rovers as well. Like. So he's mad. I'm gonna try to get the more away games as well this year.
I'll touch on Bows with you in a second.
Yeah.
So I do want to ask you about it. But was it coaching? Just come back to that for a sec. Was that something that you've always had an interest in, or is it something you're kind of? Is there something looking to do long term with him, or is it?
It's just I just love football. Like if I'm not playing, I'd be out watching someone playing. So I just love. It was easy just because my boy was down obviously down in the academy at Belvo, and then he went up, and then he just asked me to come in and help out like as well.
Brilliant.
So it was easy, and it keeps me interested as well. And it's still it's good bonding with my boy as well. Like.
Absolutely, it's amazing. Bringing them to the football is brilliant as well. Were you a Bows fan before that? Were you always Bows or?
Well, I always liked Bows. Shells, well, obviously because I played with Shells, like them, but I like Bows. And my brother Ando played for him as well, so I know you used to go up and watch some of the matches there. But I actually just let me own young to pick himself, and Bows. But once he picks, he's loyal, fanatic.
Yeah. Is he Liverpool as well?
Yeah.
You wouldn't let that go anywhere else, like.
That's it.
I know you were saying you went to a lot of the games last season, just on Keith Long getting sacked. Do you think that was the right decision?
It's tough, isn't it? Like, I think Bowes is a tough job to come into for anyone. Like, but he was there long enough.
Yeah.
I think just the budget he had as well. Like, it was hard. Tough to compete against like the Rovers. Probably, I think they're quit as well now. Like, it's tough. Like, but football is very unforgiving, isn't it? Like, if you're not winning, like, people want you gone.
That's it.
You know what I
He
mean?
signed a long-term deal there, and I thought he always did well, but kind of because he always losing so many players at the end of the season, he always did well to kind of bring in new lads and stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to. I think on most of the teams they go, it's hard to keep them if someone else is coming in like and offering them contracts. It's you know what I mean. It's hard to compete with that.
Pat Fenlon got in there actually recently. He's interesting.
He's the director of football.
Director of football, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Must go up and say hello to him.
Yeah. Just want to be dressed up as Pat Fenlon for Halloween.
Yeah, probably. Size him now, anyway.
Obviously, Declan Devine going in last thing on Bows. Declan Devine going in. Do you have any predictions for the season or a league table standing or anything?
Hopefully it's a bit better than last year anyway. But I think you never know with League of Ireland. Like it's so unpredictable. Like a good run just puts you up that table. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just go hope for the best.
Yeah, a lot of the new lads coming in as well, kind of from mad countries now. You wouldn't know what they're like. They could be amazing. Like
this is they have the players that signed by the teams. No one does know. You know what I mean? Until you see them playing.
That's it.
Hopefully it's better than last year.
And a quick one on the national team as well. Obviously the international starting up soon.
Yeah.
Stephen Kenny in there. What have you made of him so far?
I think it's tough. It's a tough job by Stephen Kenny because it's just I think people just demand instant success now, isn't it? Like and they don't think it a long term project or whatever. Yeah. So I think they'll have people calling for his head soon. I bet you. Yeah. But I don't. But who else is going to come in and do something different? Like it's the same players, isn't it? Like,
yeah. And
I think it's just where we are as a country at the moment. It's just I think in a few years we'd be decent. I think there's a good schoolboy set. A lot of it. I think it's starting to kind of go kind of what they're doing abroad, isn't it? Like the way that the academies and all up. I don't know. I don't know about what to do. The Euros. It's a tough group as well there, don't we?
That's it. He hasn't got any luck at all. That group is just something else. Like
it's be the underdog. What? See what happens.
Give it a crack. Young Evan for top point. You never know. Like
he looks the player, doesn't he?
Doesn't he? Yeah, he does indeed. Yeah. He does indeed. Now
done well against Liverpool last week.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Stop, yeah.
Stephen, absolute pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much for joining me.
No bother, but right. Appreciate
it.
Take off at the ground. Thanks very much.